Hey guys, it's Michelle here and welcome back to the Blog channel. If you are a new subscriber or you're just new to joining the family or you're not a subscriber and you're just watching this video, I highly encourage you to subscribe because we talk more about like college and what you should be knowing so that you are successful in whatever you do. Well, this video is obviously about what is college and how does college help you. I decided to make this video because I myself didn't really know what college was when I was in high school, so that might be you. Or you're looking into possibly going back to college and trying to figure out the path and what the traditional path is. So let's get started. So what is college? College is a place where you can get a degree, like an AA or a bachelor's. And you'll usually get that degree in an area of study, like accounting, math, business, history, philosophy, and it's also known as a major. You'll sometimes hear people say, "Hey, what's your major?" And then the person will respond, business, accounting, finance, like that. And typically it will take 4 years to get a bachelor's degree or in 2 years to get an associate's degree. And sometimes it will take longer, and that will be because there's family events that happen, people decide to study abroad, people take more classes than they thought they had to, or they change their major. These are all valid reasons to study longer or take longer to complete your degree. So if you see someone who took longer, don't blame them. It's totally normal and valid that they took a longer time. It just happens, and don't even feel pressured to finish within 2 or 4 years. Okay, now let's talk about what you will do during the 4 years. Typically, the first 2 years, you're going to be covering your general education. That is your math, your history, your science. So you're not really studying the niche thing that you want your degree in, but you're getting that foundation of basic theories and concepts. Some people really don't like redoing this because they feel like they redid it in high school. That's why I said they don't like redoing it. People find it boring, sometimes hard, and they just don't want to do it. But I do feel like it is important because you will be finding other people, other students that are of different background majors. So when you're taking your general education, if you are going to a 4-year university, your class sizes are going to be a lot bigger. If you're sticking to a community college for the first 2 years, your class sizes will remain small. But again, it's going to be that same thing where the students in your class are still of different backgrounds and different majors, and you can connect with them and hopefully build a foundation and kind of like a bond for the rest of your college experience. I know that's something that happened to me, and I was able to see later on where they were in life. Anyways, the next 2 years are going to be like your upperclassmen courses, and you start focusing on your niche. So that's going to be accounting, business, history, philosophy. All of that is going to be covered now in the last 2 years. Typically, individuals will do an internship. I myself started focusing on internships in my last 2 years, where my first 2 years I focused just on clubs and interacting and extracurricular activities. So the last 2 years, you're going to have much smaller class sizes when you are in the upperclassmen section, because students are now of the same area of study, and you get to connect, network with them, see what internships they are doing, and it's ultimately just another type of bond that you create. It's like the second layer of the onion kind of a bond. So that's kind of what it is for you. If you were in community college and now you're transferring to complete those last 2 years, or how many rest of the years, again, it could take longer. You're going to find that your class sizes are again smaller because you're now focusing within that niche market. Now let's talk about the academic calendar, because it can be different for each institution and each college. So I do recommend that you see which college and which institution, as you're applying or thinking about going to colleges, has what kind of academic year, because it's going to be different to what high school was, to what other experiences you have, or if you're going to transfer, it's different. So you want to know how they are and how they work. The two type of academic calendars that you're going to see is going to be semester and quarter. Semester, you're going to be having fall and spring and summer, but typically it is just fall and spring. And so you will take 4 classes within those 2 semesters, which means that you have a total of 8 classes for that academic year. In a quarter system, you have 4 quarters, and if you don't count the summer one like we did before, you're going to be taking 3 quarters of 4 classes each quarter, which means that you can complete a total of 12 classes each academic year. You can already see the differences where quarter you're completing a lot more classes than in semester, but it is in a shorter time period, so people do say that they feel more stressed, that they feel like they're just kind of starting the book and they're already feeling late into the exam. And then in semester, people feel like it's more laid back. They can do work, they can do extracurricular activities. Personally, I did semester in community college and then also semester at my private school, or my transfer school, whatever you want to call it, and I felt like I had more time with the material, but it can feel like it's lagged on or it's taking too long to complete. So it's just something to think about for you, kind of how you like to study, and if you don't care, it's fine. The reason why that this matters is because if you want to transfer from a community college to a university and they don't have the same academic calendar, that's going to impact how many courses or units are going to be applied. This is getting really technical, but I can explain that all in a different video. It's just really important for how you study, how you learn, and at the end how you transfer from institution to institution. So let's go on to talking about the grading system and how you'll be graded in each of these classes. The grading system at college traditionally is A through F, so it's A, B, C, D, and then it goes to F. There is a pass or fail kind of thing on the side that some institutions will implement that doesn't affect your GPA, but I haven't really heard of any other than like Cal Poly, which Cal Poly does offer a pass or fail for just one class and it doesn't affect your GPA. But let's talk about GPA now. So the A through F that I just talked about is going to be weighed, and then it's going to calculate your GPA. So an A is weighed a lot more than an F. Again, it can get really technical and you can use a lot of calculations to create your GPA, but it's just important to know that you really want to strive for higher grades so that your GPA goes up, because a lot of other things are based on your GPA and decisions are made based on your GPA, and we can talk about those right now. Okay, let's talk about the GPA and what it is used for again. So it is used basically for scholarships. The higher the GPA, the more scholarships you're able to get. For just knowledge on how you performed in school. So if you got A's throughout the 4 years or longer, you're seen as a really great, strong student, and you can get honors on your diploma, which means you performed better than the majority of the class or like the average student. So you get that honorable recognition. It is also used for FAFSA and the government money. I'll put the GPA here because I do not remember it on top of my head. For the minimum GPA that you need to have in order to qualify for free money for school. Nonetheless, it can also be used for employers. I see a lot of like recruiters look at GPA in order to decide who's the best candidate. Unfortunately, sometimes it is not used the way that it should. I don't really feel like a GPA is based on someone's learning capabilities or potential, but that's kind of what the system is right now, so I'm just kind of explaining it to you and how typically it is. If you want more information on it, I can kind of explain it more in another video. Also, to calculate your GPA, if you are in your classes, there's free online GPA calculators. I kind of have one coming out with my boyfriend, so stay tuned for that. But nonetheless, it's kind of like what GPA is and how to calculate it. There's ways online, but if you're looking for one, stay tuned. Alright guys, we're getting near the end of this video where I'm going to tell you guys what college is good for. College gives you a degree where you have studied a niched area of study, how we said in the beginning of the video. It could be finance, accounting, and it's really important for people who are going to become accountants, finance majors, even business majors, to have these concepts in their toolkit so that they can pursue on to getting a job in the field that requires those degrees in order to keep pursuing their goal at the end of the day. College is also really good if you're looking to kind of have more opportunities, more scalability in your job hunting. So I do think that if you have a degree versus someone who doesn't have a degree in that area of study, you're going to be probably performing a lot better in the job market. But if you feel like you're someone that already kind of knows what they want to do and what you have to do does not require college, then you don't need to take college to pursue that path. I feel like sometimes a lot of us could be pressured into going into college because we are told by society to do so, just to kind of have that degree, which if you want it, you should go get it. But if you feel like your path is to become, for example, a mechanic, and you need to go to trade school for that, do the trade school so that you can get to your end goal quicker. But if you want to be someone who is a business like entrepreneur and you feel like college will help you, or you want to become an accountant, college is going to be very fundamental into becoming those things. Controversial because college is extremely expensive here in the United States. It's almost insane how much debt someone will go into it. But people will go into it so that they can pursue a career in what they have a passion in. So you don't necessarily need to go to college in order to have the area of focus that you want to do for the rest of your life, but you might want to if you feel like it's going to advance your family's opportunities, if you feel like you will be able to do more with your like job exploration. And if you're honestly not sure if you want to go to college, I do recommend going to community college for 2 years and explore some possibilities in that environment by joining clubs, talking to your counselors, talking to other students, and getting inspired and motivated. If at the end you feel like, you know, whatever I can do can be accomplished with a trade school, then go do that. But get those 2 years if you're not sure, and you can at least get an AA through the 2 years that you are at community college. All of this is to say that college is there as a stepping stone to do whatever you want to do, but it's also there as an option where you don't necessarily have to do it if you already know what you want to do with your life. So at the end of the day, this is just a video to kind of give you the tools and information so that you know if you would like to pursue this. And if you already know that you do, this is kind of the map so that when you enter, you are familiarized with the terms that I said, like GPA, transferring, semester, quarter, all of that fun stuff, even major, and you are prepared to tackle on your journey. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, comment down below something that this video brought for you or a question that you might have. Subscribe, comment, and like. I already said that, but just so you guys double, triple know. So see you guys in the next video. Bye!